Alrighty, I'm gonna quit with that for now, and maybe I'll work on this headliner, getting it down some more. Okay, I'm gonna take a closer look at this, and I'm gonna pre-qualify this again. There are people out there who are wonderful body work people. Mike is a good example. Mr. Heavy Chevy is another. I don't know if you paid attention to the work he's doing, but it's just awesome, and it's done the way it's supposed to be done, and he's good at that, and that's what he does. Me, you've seen my welding, you've seen what I did to the Jeep. It's kind of iffy. Anyway, so for me and for my level of expertise, where I used to have this big ugly crack where water could run in here, now I don't. Of course, this is very ugly, but what I'll do is when that dries, this stuff will all be stiff. I can come back with a hard piece of sandpaper and knock all these edges off of this. And then if I want to, I can come back again with some of that epoxy putty and put it down in there and make a little trail with it. It's going to add some strength, and this is going to add some strength, and it's going to keep the water from running down in there. I also reached over inside with a brush and tried to paint that whole line up and down there as much as I could. Of course, I can't see what I'm doing, so I'm doing it all by feel. But you know, try to get some on the inside as well as the outside. Because basically what I'm counting on, and it's actually worked pretty good in other places, is this stuff hardens up enough when mixed with that resin to form a pretty good firm patch. Sort of like fiberglass, but not exactly. And it's supposed to also neutralize the rust, so we're going to let it sit that way tonight, and I'll come back to it tomorrow. We'll clean it up a little bit, see what we want to do after that. So I guess I can go ahead and spend the rest of the day doing what I mentioned earlier. I was going to take down the headliner, and I think I'm going to take the back seat out first. I'm going to want to get all the seats out of this when I paint that headliner and when I paint all that overhead stuff, because the paint is going to drip down on everything, and I don't really want it dripping. Even though I'm going to redo these seats, I don't really want paint dripped all over them. Plus, I think it's a little easier to work in there, and plus, once the seats are out, I'll be in a really good place to go over the floor, find any holes that I can find, like I'm looking at one right in here, and fix them. So that's what that's what I'm all about. So let's see what we have to do to get this seat out.